Hey, how about that, Patriots? How you doing today? All right, this network doesn't look very good. I hope we have a good transmission here. Hi, Beverly, Wild One. Silly for him, Deb Vi. I'm late, yes. Hey, Stormbringer. Yeah, dude, let's talk cars one of these days. How about that one, dude? You know what that is? That might be my dream car, but I got a lot of dream cars, that's for sure. I'm going to try to move in a couple of memes here for a couple minutes. It just seems like Congress just keeps having hearing after hearing after hearing. Nothing ever changes, though. Nothing ever changes. We've been having hearings for 3.5 years now. The border's still open. Voting machines are still in all our polling places. Still got mail-in ballots. Some states entirely mail-in ballots. No, that was a Jaguar. I think it's yeah, that was a Jaguar Stormbringer. It's called like the X22. It's from the 60s, and that's actually a rebuilt one with modern mechanicals. You drive that thing, your butt's like 3 inches off the ground. It's amazing. Cars are so cool. Too bad people in cities don't have cars, you know? Or maybe it's good. Yeah, it's like a Jaguar, and I forget the numbers. X22 or something like that. One of my first car Storm was Opel GT. It was awesome. I've loved sports cars ever since. I don't think I've ever had one ever since, though, either. Had kids, had a lot of Hondas, had a couple Toyotas. Oh, man, what's going on, Sylvia? Attack on Moscow region concert venue leaves 40 dead and 100 injured. Wow. Wow. It's happening everywhere. We got to rethink everything, Patriots. Got to rethink everything. We got to rethink this. Do you realize for that Boeing 757 to hit the Pentagon, and we all saw that big hole in the side? You remember that big hole in the side of the Pentagon? With no tail section, no engines, no wings, sitting outside. And nobody batted an eye. And that happened on the same day. They knocked 3 buildings down with 2 airplanes in New York City. The brainwashing was complete back then, man. And here, FJB wants to share his economic vision with us. Yeah, Storm, then on the trucks, exactly. Dodge push button 6-cylinder. All right, we got some car freaks in here. All right. Okay, ACB. Heard Obama appointed Chicago judge made it legal for illegals to conceal and carry firearms. I also heard that the mayor of Chicago made a statement like that also. So, not sure what kind of craziness that is going on, but It is. It's just day 1171 of Clown World. And every new thing they do is more outrageous than the last. And let's not forget, it started on 9/11, 2001. That just happened. Everybody put a flag in front of their house and said, somebody's got to change something. And then they did the Patriot Act. It's crazy, yeah, the illegals carrying guns, man. That's absolutely crazy. And at the same time, this is still going on. Sweet dreams, everybody. And then we got these crazy weather scenes going on. The Ohio tornadoes. Joe Nagy running a mission out to the Ohio people that endured that tornado. Those tornadoes. I think Soup Mama's heading out to East Palestine too, again. Way to go, Patriots. Where's all our government money that we give to FEMA? FEMA never showed up there at East Palestine. It's absolutely crazy, Patriots. Become ungovernable. Raise farm animals. Grow your own food. Grow your own medicine. And become proficient in self-defense. That's what we can do. That's one thing we can do. They've been doing it to us for a long time. Yeah, why does Biden gotta ruin it for us, man? Here's why. When your first laundromat was a resounding success, so you decide to open up a second one. Eyes wide open, Patriots. Eyes wide open. Well, I got a lot of other memes, but it's just a lot of reading. New data from ICE and CBP shows that Biden has only deported 0.25% of the Venezuelans who have illegally entered our country. Biden is aiding and abetting an invasion. All right, Patriots, it's grim, but we got victories all over the place too. Hello, Karen Saab. Hello, C for Freedom, Carrie's Musings. Isabella, hello. I hope you're doing well, Isabella. Silly for him. Beverly, Priscilla, hello. Priscilla, thanks for the box of goodies. Thank you so much. Names Governor Abbott for invasion of illegals after video shows the overrunning National Guard in El Paso. I bet we all saw that video footage right there, right? Hello, my friend Ridgeline. Hello. So that video of everybody, Medusa. She's Medusa. She does look, she's something. I don't know what. They get the craziest looking people, I think, on purpose. All right, that's enough meme fun there. Oh my goodness, look at that car. All right, Patriots. Got to do that every once in a while just so I don't forget how to do it, okay? Yeah, Priscilla, you sent me a nice little care package the other day. Thank you. And I just ran out of paper, so I need some more paper here. All right, Patriots, we're going to cover vigil number 598. That means number 600 is coming up tomorrow. So this is last night's vigil. Tonight's vigil will be 599 in a row. And on Saturday night is vigil number 600. An amazing, amazing feat, man. All right, New York Senate candidate Kara Casanova gets endorsement from the J6 prisoners. All right, Kara. She's running for New York Senate. I heard she was thinking about that. Kara Casanova is a great patriot. It's been covered journalist for the Gateway Pundit. If you live up in New York, man, look into her. She's a firecracker. She's been supporting the writing and supporting about the tribulations that the J6ers are going through in the prison, man. Awesome patriot. Way to go, Kara. We wish you luck. XJ220, that's what it is, cute cat. Yeah. And they take these old cars now and they like rebuild them with all new mechanicals in them. They are hot rods, man. I just love to drive one of those things on a racetrack. Okay, so let's cover vigil number 598 at Freedom Corner last night, Thursday. First thing off, man, Sherry led off with a nice prayer. And in that prayer, she goes, "We pray, Lord, let this nightmare end." And let it end, Father. If it be your will, let this nightmare end. But it is a continuing, ongoing nightmare that's been going on for 23 years at least, man. And then since it just got in our face, Father, we've been peaceful since J6, since they started throwing all our patriots in jail, since they killed 4 of us, since they started the COVID, man. We've been peaceful for 1,171 days. How long can we go on? As long as we got God protecting us and giving us the courage and the endurance, we'll have to last forever. But if it be your will, Father, please let this nightmare end. Okay, and then we got the House voting here. House passes $1.2 trillion bill to avert the shutdown with more votes from Democrats than Republicans. So they passed it. All right, that must have just happened. I got to figure out, you know, I don't know. It's hard staying plugged into all this absolute insanity that our government is putting us through here. They're going to start taking Trump's properties. I mean, what's going on with that? They're still arresting. That's what Tammy and Nicole were talking about. Tammy did have some good news about Adam Jackson, got sentenced to 3 years probation and then 1 year of weekends in jail. So they're getting very creative with these, but hallelujah, man. He's got 3 years of probation from here on out. Nicole was talking about Jeff Sable was in court yesterday, got sentenced, and he got 63 months in prison. So Jeff Sable has already served 38 months in prison, and he's calculating that he'll be out somewhere eligible for a halfway house around January 8th or 10th. So that's a good many months down the road, but at least Jeff Sable will get it. He was the last caller. He was saying about, well, he told us about how miserable that day in court was. But at least he knows now, okay? It's not like this thing, this big unknown. He just spent 1,100 days in jail, and he still didn't know what his sentence is. And finally, he knows what that sentence is, man. Yeah, everybody, can you hit the like? And then share it out. And then subscribe. All that. So we got this open communication that we can have here. We got a whole bunch of channels. I hope you're subscribed to all of them. Some of them got Rumble channels. I got a Rumble channel too. Haven't been putting much up on it, but if this goes down, there's always that. And right now, Rebecca is in the middle of a 2-week suspension from YouTube on We the People MAGA. So her other channel is Christians Watch the News on YouTube, and she is live streaming every night from Freedom Corner on that channel for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, pontificating at Sable's sentencing, saying how Trump could spur another riot. They're still living in fear of this J6 imaginary riot that was at the Capitol there. Total setup. Nobody's looking into it. 3.5 years down the road, our government's not going to save us. Nobody's looking into it except for a handful of people. They're either surrounded or they're just the kabuki part of that theater, you know. Government's not going to save us. So we will continue on till God lays out the path. Every day there's more victories about how rigged that 2020 election was. How outrageous the two-tiered system of justice is getting, and pretty soon the whole country's going to just wake up and go, oh my God, what happened to our country? All right, we got one for an Arizona rancher goes on trial for killing an illegal alien on his property. Oh, I got to read that one, silly. Woo! Killed an illegal alien. Wait, I'm thinking UFOs and stuff. Keep an eye on me, Patriots. Wow, he killed an illegal alien, a newcomer. They're called newcomers now. Oh man, that's horrible. That's a human travesty. It shouldn't even be happening. All right, here's Rebecca's other channel, Christians Watching the News on YouTube. So if you're all wondering, some people were wondering, where's Rebecca? And we're giving that information out in the chat, man. And then Nicole also mentioned that they're still arrested. They're not backing down. They're cornered animals. They're going to go double hard until they get taken out somehow. We the people got to rise up. We can do it peacefully, all together. That's the way it's got to happen. All of us together. We can do anything, Patriots. Hold on, I got to plug in. I forgot to plug in. Okay, there we go. All right, Trump's social media company to go public. A deal that could net Trump $3 billion plus. We'll see how that goes. The New York government or whoever's taking Trump's stuff it's just crazy, man. And then that whole case hinged on the fact that they underestimated the value of Mar-a-Lago at like 18 million. And then I'm just watching news people talk about it, saying, well, they could seize that property. It's worth $250 million. You know, when's this going to hit people? When does it all sink in for Americans here? And when does they understand that all we got to do is walk outside our front doors at the same time some week? And if they don't listen to it that time, we could do it again a week later. Just shut this country down for 4 hours. Just show the whole government that we are unified to end this madness. National walkout. Doesn't even got to be painful. You know, I mean, we can do this in an organized fashion. All right, Taylor John Takis was on the line first off on last night at Freedom Corner. And he was talking about how the Washington Post is just such a garbage paper, man. These pillars of journalism from years and years ago have just turned into these propaganda garbage machines. Even his liberal friends, laugh at the articles that are in there. I mean, what are we doing here, America? Chris Quagland was the next guy called in, and they were talking. It was a back and forth conversation, man. First, they're talking about handlebar mustaches. One of the other guys grew a handlebar mustache, and we all know that Chris has the handlebar mustache called the Quaggle stash. So that's like an ongoing joke at Freedom Corner there, the mustache. I'd love to see it, though. I have never seen a picture of it. And then he was talking about Representative Nancy Mace is doing some good things. I mean, there's one of our representatives is doing good things, standing up, but nothing ever happens. AI-generated pictures he was talking about, and then he was, they got this AI-generating machine that you give it information and it will come up with a AI-generated picture or something, and it's total bunk. There's Taylor's writings and stuff. Taylor does a lot of writing, man. So you can check it out on that website there. And Taylor's wife and him have started up a new organization where they're helping out children of incarcerated parents. After this is all over, these are the things we're going to have to be doing. That's for sure. Government, if we allow government to just fix all our problems, it turns into what it is right now. A total mess. Yeah, good idea, Cutie Cat. Good idea. Guns, but we can't. What's up with that? We got to do something, Storm, with a national walkout, and that can happen. That can totally happen. We don't even all got to go to D.C. or some miserable city to do it. I mean, we could all just say, hey, Friday, workday ends at noon, and everybody go out and stand in unison for 2 hours. And when they figure it out that the 100 million people are saying change this government, then I think we'll get some results that way. National work strike or something, man. Wow. Yeah, right. All right, we got some unstable network here. Try this. We are trying to transmit from the Astrovan studios. All right, we got it back. All right, and then Chris Quagland was also talking about the Texas National Guard thing happening down there. There's a video footage of about 7 and just pushing over the fence that's there. So I don't understand that. It looks staged to me. I don't know. Oh, man, this is horrible. All right, hold on, Patriots. I got to change something here. We got to get a transmission here. Well, I don't know, Patriots. It's looking like this isn't good here. It was great when I started, though. I'll just continue. Chris Quagland also has no access to the law library in the prison there. I can't believe this stuff, man. How can they defend themselves pro se if they don't even have access to the law library? That's it. They have one in the prison there, but they have not been letting these guys have access to it, man. So more chicanery from the prison system there. Okay, and then Sherry took a phone call from Jonathan Pollock and Joey Hutchinson, man. And these guys were just, giving us a glimpse of prison life there, but they were getting into some good Bible verses and stuff, and talking about God and the power that they have to endure through all this injustice. And that's the way they do it. That our God has got these guys, man, and are just keeping their minds together, holding them together, man. And Jonathan Pollock and Joey Hutchinson are awesome Christians, and just wanted us to know that they're walking in faith there. They're looking forward to their church services that they're going to be getting soon. And yeah, leaning on God, man. Then we got a call from James Grant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we talked to 6 J6ers last night. And James Grant was talking about basketball. And then he said something, they have a inter-jail basketball tournament, is the way I'm understanding this, but they weren't going to let the J6ers play any of the other pods. But James Grant was saying that they are going to let them play 2 different pods now in a basketball match there. So James Grant was saying how cool that was, and how competitive all the guys are. Give guys a chance anytime to get competitive, and yeah, they'll amp it up a couple notches for sure. So James was really looking forward to that, man. All right, and then I think Mickey got on the microphone. Donations to forashley.com will be doubled up until March 31st on Easter. There's a donor that will double all donations up to $1,000. So now's a good time to get your donation into forashley.com, and also potentially get one of those Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan t-shirts too. That's a good shirt to have. Starts conversations, that's for sure. Okay, and then Jeff Sable got on the line, and we know that Jeff Sable had just gotten out of court yesterday afternoon. He had just been sentenced to 63 months in prison. He said the pre-sentencing report, they were hoping to get 121 months in prison for him. And thank you, Sylvia. Got that there. They wanted 121 months, but he only got 63, so I guess there was some leniency. Jeff did say he doesn't hold anything against the judge that he had or anything like that. So I guess he's pleased with that. I mean, I wouldn't be pleased with it, but at least he knows when it's going to end. That's a happy thought, right? And then he's also going to have to go through some type of probation after this. And he was saying that the probationary recommendation was 81 months. So I'm not sure what he actually got sentenced with probation yet. But, I mean, another 81 months of probation on that can be... I mean, that you're one step away from getting thrown back in prison when you're on probation. You just mess one thing up, or they misconstrue one thing and say, hey, you violated probation. They throw you right back in prison for 81 months. So that's not good. I don't think that's lenient. I don't think that's a rational sentence for what Jeff Sable did. But there it is, man. He is going to FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act request for his allocution. So I don't even know what an allocution is, but he's going to make sure that they filed his allocution. He had to file this paper with the court, and he just wants to make sure that everybody that was supposed to deliver that didn't like add stuff to it or take stuff out of it or alter it, because we know how these shady mothers work around here, man. Okay, Silly for him says he got 36 months probation. All right, so they were asking for 81, and that's what Jeff was talking about. They got all these equations and how they figure out this, their goofy sentences and stuff. Sick of it all. I am sick of it all. It's been happening way too long. Government's not doing it. America doesn't give a damn what's going on with these people. And this government is just ruining people's lives. It's asinine. It is totally asinine. Oh no, what did I do? All right, hold on. All right, hello, lovey bugs. All right, hold on. I got this comment stuck up here. Get down here. There we go. Sorry, Patriots. Okay, and then Jeff Sable, last thing, was talking about that El Paso National Guard footage that everyone's seeing yesterday. It is odd that footage, that exact footage, was on all the news stations last night. And anytime that happens, I'm highly suspect. And it looked like a staged event. And I don't know why they would stage that event. Maybe so the Border Patrol can say, see what happens when you let the Texas National Guard do that work? You know, I don't know. It's just odd that little short clip showed up everywhere yesterday. It totally looks staged. How do you pull razor wire down with your hands like they were doing in there? Crazy stuff, man. You can't believe anything you see on a screen anymore, basically. The Blaze investigation triggers an inquiry to alleged Capitol Police Department perjury. And there's a lot of evidence of that, too. We've seen a lot of evidence of that for a long time, too. And nothing ever happens, man. So that was Freedom Corner, man. One day closer to day 600, day 599 tonight. I'll see you guys out there in the chat. In the meantime, they're talking about seizing Trump's properties. You know, they want to. He has to post this $500 million, $400 and something million bond while he's appealing it. Another novel use of the justice system there. All right, Isabella, thank you. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, for you shall not need to fight in this battle, for the battle belongs to Yahuwah. So all the musicians and singers lifted their voices unto Yahuwah. All right. Thank you for that inspiration, Isabella. God bless you, man. Right, let's not forget Biden saying this, letting us all know that he put together the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. He said that. Those words came out of his mouth, what, 5 years ago? And it goes on, and it still continues. So whatever. All right, and then I've just had it with congressional hearings, man. I mean, there's just more and more hearings. We just reported, Silly just posted, they passed $1.2 trillion budget, got money going to Ukraine, got money going to Israel, got money going everywhere except our border. What is the border scenario in that new budget? I'd like to see what that is. Are they going to allow 5,000, up to 5,000 migrants in a day again? Unless it's children, then it could be up to 8,000. I mean, that's the nonsense that was in that other one. I was also hearing that this thing is 1,120 pages long or something, and they gave them less than 24 hours to read it. So once again, got to pass it to find out what's in there. In the meantime, the border's still open. We're still being invaded on a daily basis. We've still got machines in the voting places, and mail-in balloting is rampant. So the system of mail-in balloting and the machines that both parties have warned us are highly suspect to being corrupted are still in everywhere. They're still there. So we got to get our act together, America. We're going to have to stand up. We might try maybe a couple practice runs. How about it? I don't know. I'm going to the Drag Queen Story Hour tomorrow. That'll be fun. It's supposed to rain, but I noticed that they got permits that they put out, and the people that are in front of the library, the rainbow people, there's not really any roofs for them to stand under, but on the side of where the patriot morality driven people are protesting from, we do have some roofed areas that we can stand under over there. So I think we have an advantage to that. And that's where I'm going tomorrow. So check it out, Patriots. I'm hoping to be broadcasting by about noon tomorrow. And the event starts at 1. And it should be interesting. I pray for peace. I don't want any violence happening there. I don't want any children getting abused or used. They're already getting used for this LGBTQIA nonsense. They're using children to promote their agenda. Right there. There's a phone number if you care to call them up and tell them what you think of that. Be nice to the lady on the phone, but sooner or later they're going to have to report on how many people called the library to tell them that they should not hold that event, if that's what you believe. If you think that's a good idea that a guy dressed up in women's clothes should be reading to children, then call them up and tell them you're glad they did that program. But I don't think any of you are going to be glad about that program. All right, Patriots. Yeah, we did get a light start, so let's wrap it up here. Cue the cat. I'm a trans bi. Wait. Let's get back Trump quickly. All right, LGBTQ. That's a good one, Lou. Yes, their agenda is disgusting. I'm trying to post your cue to cat here. I'm a trans non-binary cat, and my pronouns are hiss and scratch. I like that one, Q. Awesome, man. That's right, Carol. Leave our kids out of this, man. That's where we draw the line, Patriots. You know, these people can do their wacky stuff in their house. They can rent out a restaurant and do it. They can go anywhere but where it's publicly funded. You can't expect us to fund your degeneracy, because your degeneracy is abhorrent to us, and we don't want it around our children, and there's no way that it can be around our children without that entering the discussion. Daddy, why is that man wearing a dress? Okay, now we got to have a little birds and the bees talk, right? And if you're in, second grade, I don't think that conversation needs to be happening yet. It's not a good idea. That's not how I would want to raise my children. And you're forcing us to go through that talk, and we don't even want to go anywhere near that topic, okay? So that's where we got to draw the line. And the fact that they're using children to promote their agenda, that is abhorrent. I think most people would believe that, but I'm thinking most moral people would believe that. And that's what our founding fathers warned us about. This method of governing only works on a moral society. Ronna McDaniel joins liberal NBC and MSNBC as contributor after outed. Well, what do you know about that? She ran back to her buddies and she's a liberal. How many years did we endure her? How many millions of dollars? How many elected positions did that one person cause us to lose? Why did we let that go on so long? MAGA is the Republican Party now, and we gotta we got to make our presence known in the Republican Party. All right, but it's the children that are their target because they want to pervert their minds and brainwash them into following the Lucy. Yeah, that is it. But we don't want that. We don't want that at all. And that's what the plus at the end of LGBTQIA plus, that's what the plus stands for. The plus stands for every other degeneracy that isn't included in the first letters. And the reason they don't want to put a letter there is because they would have to put a P in there for minor attracted persons. That's what the plus stands for. And that is illegal. That's illegal in this country. We had to make laws about that because that's our children, man. Right? They took the Bible out of school, but they want drag queen shows, right? And they want after school Satan club, and they want the gay pride club and stuff. We got to rethink everything, patriots. We are at a crossroads in America, and we're going to need these major discussions about where, how, and when do we go forward. So, all right, patriots. I'm glad you joined me. I hope I didn't sound too grim today. Every once in a while, I'm just like, I can't take it anymore. I've had enough. I'm still watching it, but it doesn't seem exciting, Now it's just like one lump or two, So I'm glad you joined me, patriots. And I'll see you up there at Freedom Corner in the chats. And check me out tomorrow at around noon if you want to hang out and watch the LGBTQIA clown show out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This is Jericho, over and out.